Well, pitter patter, let's get at her. It's Joe, the Bull Guy, and welcome to the bullpen. As always, we got Jimbo, Jen, and Nicole. Today, we got a couple of things to talk about before. We got a couple of things to talk about before we get into tonight's topic for Motivational Monday. Why don't we give a nice round of applause, everybody in the chat? Say congratulations to Zach and Jen. They got a car today. Way to fucking go. We love seeing you guys mobile again and not driving that Subaru because, we're not going to say that so we don't get canceled on here. Today's daily affirmation comes to you from thetirednurse.com. For fuck's sake.
Water.
I got soda. We don't want to talk. I got strep. We'll throw it out there right now. What's up, Stephanie? How you doing? So the bad affirmation of the day from thetirednurse.com. I fucking promise you it'll be fucking I fucking promise you it will fucking be worth it. Keep fucking focused and keep fucking going. So right there.
Called out.
Breathing is definitely good, Stephanie, unless it's in the bedroom and this is the prettiest necklace. But anyway, with that being said, today is Motivational Monday. Wednesdays, guys, do not miss the preloaded episode that we're going to do. Jen and Nicole are going to do a Women Wednesday owned business podcast takeover. We're going to have some lovely people. We're going to have Aisha from Jayco Drip. We're going to have Angel from TikTok as a social influencer. And we're going to bring my Ruby Lips owner, Jessica, in, not to mention both Jen and Nicole are women-owned business owners, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Stephanie AO agreed. Yeah, facts. There you go. Ain't that the truth? The prettiest necklace is right here. Anyway, they don't want diamonds. They just want a hand to the throat. Okay, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. This fucking strep's kicking my ass today. So. With all this being said, guys, how we doing, Jimbo? How was your Monday? How did it go? We know how mine went. Sandpaper dildo down the throat with strep.
Fantastic. And you need to get out of here. You need to go rest your throat, brother.
Yeah.
Good night, bro.
You're going to get us all sick.
You're not going to get internet herpes from me, but listen.
Yes, we will. It's
the herpes. The herpes.
The gonosyphilitis from Clapper. I am going to drop down. I love your faces. I will be on before the end just to say goodbye to you all. I'm going to be down in the comments. Have a good podcast, okay? Take this shit over. Motivational Monday. I have faith in all of you, and you're all fucking amazing. So, love your faces.
Go take a lozenge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go take a fucking lozenge and some of this Mr. Swizzle magic throat numbing shit, and maybe, I could use it on Saturday once this is all cleared up because Charisse needs to make $20. So I'll talk to you all in a little bit. Have a good podcast, and we'll see you soon.
Nice.
Okay, so before we start getting on in our major topic, I remember that we were going to talk about doing the 2-minute mindful breathing exercise. So I'm going to do that with you guys. We need to start being I know we talk a lot about fun and humorous things on this podcast, but it's also about we want you guys to have fun with this, and it's geared towards our mental health as well, right? Wouldn't you agree? Okay, so this is a 2-minute mindful meditation that you guys can all practice at home that we can do together also right now. So that's what we're going to do. In this meditation, you'll begin by finding a comfortable position to sit in. So sitting like this, cross-legged, everything. If you close your eyes. That's perfectly fine. This could be helpful for eliminating any distractions. I'm not going to close my eyes because I do need to read. But everyone else, you can close them. So next, you're going to reach out to your awareness, which is usually in the center. So the awareness into your body to check. I apologize. Okay, sorry, something just came up on the screen. Okay, next you're going to reach out with your awareness into your body to check for places of tension or discomfort. So usually like in your shoulders area. We often carry tension around us without realizing it. You may need to soften your shoulders a bit, relax your jaw, or simply allow yourself to sink into your chair, cushion, or mat. Once you begin to soften and relax your muscles, you'll bring your attention to where your body makes contact with the chair, cushion, or floor. You'll focus on what it feels like to experience the force of gravity pulling you downward, and you'll follow that feeling as you begin to ground your energy down through your body and into the earth. Then the mindfulness breathing meditation will begin. Enjoy and feel free to share with friends. So this is something that you can do at home. It's very simple technique. Are you falling asleep over there, Jimbo?
No, he's fine. He's awake. He's fine.
So there's several different 2-minute meditations that you can do. But this is just one that I found that's pretty easy. So you can, sit in a chair, you can sit on the floor, you can sit on a yoga mat. I would probably use a yoga mat because I exercise like a few days a week, and I do it on a mat. So I just would include that with that, but you guys can do it however you like. Next, what are we going into topic about? Yes, I count my blessings, right? We're going into the TikTok ban thing, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was still finding my center.
He found his center. She's about
I found
6
him.
Am I
foot
moving
in
too
Zoom.
fast? If I need to slow it down, I will, because usually.
Sarah, we're
Anyway.
here for you, babe.
Oh. So anyway, we are talking about the recent thing that just happened in the last few days. It is about the TikTok ban, which would affect most of us, well, at least us on the podcast for sure, and then some of our viewers and our supporters as well. I'm gonna go into talking about it. That would be my next step. So I'll give you a little bit baseline of what's been going on in these last few days, or what happened a few days ago, like 4 days ago. Okay, so the appeal court upholds a law ordering China-based ByteDance. So originally, who owned TikTok? So there's TikTok and there's ByteDance. They're two different companies, but they're all connected within TikTok. So before TikTok was TikTok, the algorithm that the TikTok uses is actually from ByteDance, and it's a very high-tech technology company in China. Okay, so the Federal Appeal Court upholds a law requiring China-based ByteDance to sell the popular social media. So what they want, the Supreme Court wants us, not us, but TikTok to sell away from ByteDance, so to separate it. But pretty much what they're stating is that you cannot separate the two because the algorithm and they all kind of like combined within each other. And I hope I'm making sense, or
Yes,
I'm trying to stay away from the notes, and I did read the notes pretty well. So pretty much it's two different companies, ByteDance and TikTok. Originally it was ByteDance. They're the one with the algorithm that the TikTok uses. That's how we find our people in our communities with, addiction, mental health, cooking shows, all the things, et cetera, et cetera. And they kind of came together. And what they think is happening is the ByteDance part of the company is stealing information and giving it to the China government. That's what our government is scared for, that we are not knowingly giving out information throughout the TikTok app because we use it, to battle, to have a TikTok shop, to sell products on the TikTok shop, to be...
Right.
Or even just a supporter on the app to another creator. So that's just been really the issue lately. And it's actually been, I wasn't even really quite aware because I don't watch the news. So I really didn't hear about it until I started talking to everyone else on TikTok. But now I'm invested in this because it's supposed to, we're supposed to have an answer. It's supposed to be sold or have an answer by January 15 or everything shuts down. And what we mean by shutting down is that you won't be able to download it on your phone. They will go after the internet companies, whoever's streaming or whoever. I don't know how the internet works exactly, but there's several different companies and several different investors that are all into this, and they're going to shut it down. Like, there's no way that you'll be able to use the app unless they can figure out a way to sell it. But pretty much TikTok is the algorithm. Algorithm is TikTok. So I mean, when you right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's the 19th of January, isn't it?
Oh, is it the 19th? I'm sorry, I thought it was the 15th. Okay, I apologize.
It-
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
19th.
Day before the new president's signed into office.
Right. Now, supposedly President Trump did say that. Sorry, I gotta take a sec. President Trump, in his first, when he was in his presidency originally, he wanted to get rid of TikTok. And that was a thing a couple years ago we heard about, we were all scared about, but it never happened. Well, now he's changing up his mind, supposedly that he is now thinking that that's not what he wants to do. And he might be our savior in the end. That's just what I've heard through these different articles, that they're hoping that President Trump and his connections or whatever. And I supposedly there's
Yeah, we
two
watched it.
big
He's
investors.
backing the appeal. Yeah.
Oh, he's back. Okay. Yes. You know a little bit, right, Jen?
Yeah, he's pro.
It was
yeah.
it was pretty interesting. Joe had asked for me to possibly look into to see what because we all kind of look at the Joe Rogan podcast to see because he's usually up on all this.
Right.
And I'm not going to. I found out a lot about this from watching what he's been talking about. He had, and I'm not going to try to quote him or anything, but he had just had Riley Gaines on, and they were talking about just the whole situation. And the way that Rogan had described it was he's like, that whole algorithm, when they've researched it, it has the most invasive spyware that anyone has ever seen. It tracks and stores your voice. If you download TikTok to your device, it now has access to everything on your device, your email, all your passwords, your voice, your face recognition, everything. And the biggest issue is that why they're having this issue is that it is a China-owned company. Right. And the concern is how much China has they have infrastructure everywhere in our country right now, from farmlands to now having access to our phones, to where if there was an issue, they could shut everything down. And that's the concern with this the Chinese company owning TikTok and having all that access. And they've had some of the best people look at this system, the spyware system, and they said it's the most.
It's legit.
It's insane, and that's the concern. That's the concern. Plus, another point is that they're saying that what they're allowing, and they're like, if you're going to try to do anything to another country, up until the last 20, 30 years, it was you needed, it was warfare, tanks, soldiers, everything of that. Now, the way he put it, and this is, I'm not going to quote, but he was like, it's destroying the morals and ethics of an entire generation. And when you see TikTok, what they allow in China, it's all educational.
Right.
It's nothing like what our TikTok is.
Yeah.
So between the combination of everything, Joe Rogan is for it being shut down. He's like, like I said, I don't want to quote him, but he's like, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on this one.
They said that Stephen Mnuchin or the billionaire Frank McCourt might be purchasing the app. Did you guys hear about that as well?
Yeah, China's not going to sell it.
No, exactly. But that was just
they don't want it.
Right.
They'll allow it to get shut down. They'll allow it to have no more access. There was that one website, that one app. It was almost like a Reddit. I forget the name of it.
Lemonade.
But the government shot that down years ago. That you couldn't even, and it was the same thing, like posting, sharing, but because of the pornography had gotten so bad on it, they couldn't control it. They said, well, now you can't. They went after the phone companies to say you can't allow the app to be purchased on the phones.
Tumblr.
Yep, it was Tumblr. So Tumblr's still out there, but you can't get it.
Yeah, they said this is how the ban will work. It says mechanics of the ban will take aim at the app stores like those operated by Apple or Google, And if they distribute or update a TikTok, the federal government could impose civil penalties on them. Internet hosting companies will also be barred from helping to distribute and maintain TikTok. The push to force a TikTok sell has already generated speculation about potency buyers is leading to purchasing the platform. The sell or the banned approach has raised concern among advocates for digital rights that the United States may be undermining its role in promoting an open and free internet that is not controlled by an individual country. So that's like different reason. Like that's how the ban will work if it does end up going through.
And I agree with Jen 100%. They're not going to sell it. It's going to come
Right.
down to where the pressure's put on Apple and Android, like all these companies to you can't allow it to be purchased and used on your devices.
But it must be hard being like two different companies within a big company like TikTok, like being separate from ByteDance. And like, so I guess like TikTok is denying all these allegations that's what's really going on with ByteDance, that they are selling it to the Chinese government. These are just different notes that, I don't know. It's crazy.
But now, another thing I looked into, which say this does happen, right?
Right.
Say it does happen, there are options out there, to where it's not that free flowing kind of like TikTok is, but Instagram. And Instagram has Instagram Shop, which I didn't know. I had to look into it. I was like, I didn't even know Instagram had a shop. Facebook, you can go live with Facebook, do Facebook Live, Facebook Marketplace, to where that TikTok shop that everybody does. A lot of people rely on that.
Right.
YouTube has YouTube Shop.
Yeah.
YouTube
you can monetize from.
Yeah. So there are options out there, and and that's capitalism. When something is no longer used, somebody will step up. There's going to be someone else step up to take that over. Jen, you're
can you imagine how many like communities are being I mean, like, what if this really goes through and it's just because like TikTok has been so freeing for Americans to be like freedom of speech and tell their stories. Like me personally, I've shared my story of addiction and recovery on there, and people say I'm helping them or whatever the case,
Absolutely.
or it's helping me as an individual myself from healing, or like I don't know about anyone else's cases, like their mental health, or like an adoption case or something. I don't know.
Most streamers and most battlers are gonna go to the favorited app. Is the rumor?
That's what they're all pushing right now.
That's what everybody's pushing right now. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Another one will take its place. It's when the king gets overthrown. Guess what? There's a new king.
Yeah.
It's the way it works, and we just have to adapt with it. And it'll look at everybody was on MySpace.
Yeah.
Everybody was on MySpace, and they're like, "What's this new Facebook thingy?"
Yeah. And we were all like, "No, we're not going to that. We're not going to that."
Right.
But it's big.
That's for colleges. It's like a college.
But
there's always something new coming out.
Yeah, but as big as I am, and you and Nicole and Joe are, it sucks for us to have to all start over almost.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I'm like, how that will affect a lot of people and their incomes. Like the big, like even higher creators than us, they literally stopped working their careers and their jobs, and they've sold homes and they are traveling with their RVs. Like, how are they going to maintain their RVs now, or whatever they're doing? Are there small
it's going to be millions of jobs. Millions of jobs.
Yeah. It's just it makes me kind of sad.
I think it'll come down to the motivation of the individual creator to jump on the ball and get that ball rolling now, while they can still overlap some different social media. Media.
I agree. We all need to start pushing to start doing that wherever we're going. Yeah. You're right.
How much do you think this is going to affect people's mental health?
Oh, a ton.
Monologue.
It's
Right.
going to
Yeah.
affect Zach's tremendously. Like he literally gets up and gets on TikTok to get himself out of bed just
Right.
to try to
Look how
be
many women
nice
you
to
tell
people.
they're beautiful every day and make their day.
Yeah,
I have
it's
a rough day, and your husband says you're beautiful, or whatever you say you're beautiful. You know how that makes them feel.
it's
You know,
it's
just
sad. It is.
lives. It's crazy how much like none of that can be put into play. But I guess like security breach is a big deal.
Yeah.
And if I hope that's not the case. I mean, what do you guys think of that? If that's
I mean, Steven just kind of put it right there. The transition is always going to be rough. It's similar to an depression,
true.
or and
Change is always hard,
I'm in
right?
the restaurant industry. Look what COVID did to us.
I was going to say
still-
a lot of
it's still
industries
happening.
suffered. Yeah.
We're still feeling the rebounds of that. 4 years later, you just have to
I
rebrand.
have 2 companies that are still feeling the impact
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, you just have to,
Sure, I had to close my
you gotta keep pushing and keep pushing and keep
right.
going.
No, it's exactly true. Keep on pushing.
And you guys are great creators to where it's going to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to work because you send a great message, and that's going to follow.
I hope and pray that we can change as many people as we do on TikTok as we can on something else.
Right. But what about the what if, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's such a big thing of like how we found our communities, the algorithm itself.
Yeah, 100%. Like
the new app's going to be able to provide that algorithm that.
What's
battling?
Huh?
When I stopped battling, I blew up.
Yeah, like there's different algorithms for different things. Battlers have different algorithms for like somebody that just sits and talks to the chat, like Zach's been doing. It brings in a whole different group of people that don't per se really want to battle. They just want to hang out.
Yeah.
They don't want to have that pressure of doubles. Come on, let's push.
And that's kind of like my lives. You know what I mean? I don't care for the battles too much. I just like to. I do it as a social aspect to see what everybody's up to. We listen to music. We talk.
Jimbo, that's what we did back in the day, man. When we went live, we would sit there. We didn't battle. I didn't battle. I just started battling a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
My battles are FaceTime.
ladies and gentlemen.
My battles are FaceTimes, are FaceTimes with friends, pretty much.
Yeah. Anymore, the only battle Zach does is a FaceTime with friends. Wilson, Mama Sin.
Right, exactly.
Joe.
Exactly.
I never catch Nicole. You're usually on after us.
Yeah.
But I truly think that it's going to be a positive thing because there's already massive companies that are developing things to take its place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there has to be. Elon has to be.
There could be something even better. They're like, this is much better
than
TikTok was. You know what I mean? Like, we just got to stay positive, I think.
Right. No, definitely. And that's what it's all about. It's about being positive. Just showing both sides.
Yeah, a lot of people on TikTok are just in need of a safe space.
Absolutely.
It can be terribly toxic on there.
Yeah,
terribly.
That's another thing. How much better will our lives be without TikTok? Like for our mental health.
Let me tell you,
Side of it.
I have 2 teenage daughters, and my youngest, my 13-year-old, when she's starting to struggle with things socially, school, we take the social media away, and it's like a 180.
Yeah.
A 180.
It's gonna hurt Ando.
Yeah, it's toxic.
I think it's like for us, it's our income. Like that's how we pay our bills right now.
No, it's gonna hurt mentally too.
Mentally, he gets up here, he talks to people. If he doesn't have a platform to come do that on, like I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be a hard struggle. I would call it 50-50 around like for us. Like
right. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be definitely a hard transition, or hopefully maybe it won't happen. Maybe it'll just be another scarce, like they always.
And like I tried to do a little bit of research and watch some lives and stuff like that. There's not a lot of like huge creators talking about it. they may have already done it a couple days ago, but it's like they already know where they're going. Their people already know where they're going, so it's just not discussed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is weird, you know?
Adapt and overcome. I love that, Sarah.
Yes, sir.
The I'm curious to see what do you call them when you guys are part of the groups, the
Agencies?
the agencies.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not part
that's
of
another thing.
You know what I mean? Like, are they?
TikTok shop all those products, all the consumers that they thought they're going to have on this app, and now
They're going to go somewhere
That's what I'm
else?
saying. It's
Millions of people are going to lose jobs.
and
Yeah.
look how user friendly like it is. Like I've been on other apps. Like, are we allowed to name other apps? Yeah, right.
Well, we're naming TikTok. So if you want
That one.
that one.
Okay.
I was so confused trying to get in there.
That
to
one
figure
was
that out.
very hard to like really comprehend, and it had nothing to offer.
I know, right? Like
That's weird there.
it's strange. That's a
It's gonna be-
strange one
that's- yeah.
there. That
Right.
one.
It's
And-
very strange over there.
And I could see that one taking the path of like the Tumblr, to where it's just going
Yeah,
to get
it's
so.
100%.
It's already like.
Yeah, it's already far left. Yeah,
yeah,
it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Need meds after that, right? Need a bleach down.
Penicillin. You need some penicillin after that one. But I just truly believe that I just because that's just the history of how things go, you know,
Right.
and we've
Like
seen
we'll
it
always adapt
in
to
the
something
last
else.
20 years, 24 years. We've seen it with social media, you know.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to, it's something will pop, and I guarantee you it's going to be quite the coincidence how many pop up within. You're like, you don't develop these within a month
Oh
or
yeah.
two.
Yeah.
You've been
no.
looking,
And
you've been
there's
developing
yeah.
this for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just
100%.
ready to. Here's the new thing. You're going to see TV ads and everything and you're going to be like, damn. And 5 years from now, you're going to be like, remember TikTok? Remember that?
Yeah, and
Right.
everybody's like, "Ew, what's that?"
Mhm.
Kind
That
of
was
like
that
they do
Chinese,
with
that was that
Facebook.
Chinese thing.
The FB one now. They're like,
Yeah.
if you have
Yeah.
FB,
I
you're
love
old.
FB.
That's called the old people app now, though. Like,
I still use that and Instagram for my barbecue.
I struggle with Insta, but
well,
yeah.
I can't figure that one out for the life of me. I'm good on that.
No. And I post a lot of pictures, but I don't know. People love
And
that
they're-
on her tea.
And they're both connected. So if you like, I'll post first on Instagram to where you can really clean up like pictures of food and different things that I want to do. You
Yeah.
can really clean them up and do a lot of
You have
things
good
with
editing.
them. And then it'll automatically post to the FB site. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
The
noticed,
only
that's
thing,
right.
like-
They are connected because I posted reels on FB and then it's been on Insta.
Yep.
Yeah. But the only thing with that is I think you have like an hour of live time is all you're allowed.
I know that's what it used to be. I used to be on Friends with they had a podcast on that live, and it was 1 hour.
But I guess there is a
think
lot
you
more
could
stuff you
pay-
can do over on Insta than you can do over here.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
on T.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I guess it's kind of just up in the air. What else? I'm trying to find if there's any other notes that I missed.
I think, like I said, no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, I think that the group and the family that we've built,
All of us need to go to the same place.
yeah, we all need to go to the same place because we all have a very big family together that we need to move together, not separate.
No, for sure.
Always strengthen numbers, and I think that'll
100%, yes.
be proven true. You'll see a lot of the same creators go to the one that's the best. You
I'm
know?
guessing we'll all be going to favorite it first, and then we'll go from there.
You know, like Jimbo said, you never know. Something might come out in 2 weeks that
Yeah.
sweeps the nation. And
Hey, let's hope.
That is true.
You know what's coming up? You know what's coming up in February that people pay millions of dollars for a 30-second commercial spot. Super Bowl.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
see
true.
all of these social media sites.
That would be a great platform to launch your campaign on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like 100%.
They're like, we can wait till February. Well, the
Yeah,
people suffer
It'll be
for-
fine. It'll be fine. Yeah.
But I know Lacey and I, as of now, are being on favorited, and quite a few of the people I battle. There's one there.
Yeah. Kay that we battle, she's already there. She played around with it a little bit today.
In there, you get a 70-30 split. You get 70.
Yeah. It's the good side for the creator because it's a 70-30 split. But then there's no like,
TikTok.com/coin.
yeah, there's no
It's the
place to
same-
get a discount for coins. It's the same price whether it's on the app or on the website.
It's the same
So
as
you don't
TikTok.
get a discount.
And you know what's funny? When you mentioned that the other night, I didn't even know there was one.
Really?
Yeah.
33%
They say that-
off.
TikTok warns that U.S. small business and social media creators could lose $1.3 billion in revenue in just 1 month if it's shut down.
1 month. $1.3 billion in 1 month.
And I think that's low.
I mean, that was just this
Yeah,
was,
because I mean, you have to.
No, I
just,
believe you.
Yeah, no, just look at the rankings.
that's like
the
a low
like,
ball create. I got
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
the
That's
video.
great. I'm sorry. I just saw that. I'm like, wow, that's a lot.
No, it's a lot. Yeah. So just think it's probably
More than they expect.
more than they expected.
yeah,
and
people
that
are-
number is astronomical in itself.
Yeah, this was an article about small businesses using like that they're in small towns and they use this
Yeah.
as their outlet
As an
and their way to
advertising
make
and,
money
yeah.
and bring it back to their small towns.
Yep.
That
Free
was crazy.
commercials.
Yeah. Wow.
It's the amount of people that it's going to affect is a lot more than I think people ever thought.
And a
It
lot of it's
generally
gonna be
would.
the viewers,
Yeah.
and buyers, and
Yeah, the viewers.
Yeah. Crazy.
So I just looked this up. As of 2024, TikTok has over 1 billion monthly active users. TikTok has over 1 billion monthly active users. The makeup is 45.7% women, while 54.3% men. Top 3 countries of users are the US, Indonesia, and Brazil. The US accounts for 16.75% of all TikTok visits, which is almost 3 times more than any other country.
so China's going to lose a lot of money and not care.
Yeah,
Well, they
that's a lot of money.
That is
almost
a lot of
20% of the world's 5.4 billion internet users are monthly active TikTok users.
Yeah. Just think how in your household, Jim, you said you got 2 daughters. I got 2 kids. I know they're both on TikTok.
My one is I don't allow my other one to be on it.
Well, that's she's
Well, they
younger.
shouldn't be
Yeah,
on it, but
they
it
should. Yeah, my kids shouldn't even be on it.
But it should be our choice as adults to where
Yeah.
we want to go.
It's the 9th today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is saying TikTok has asked the court for emergency injunction to prevent it becoming unavailable in the U.S. next month. The U.S. government passed a law demanding the app sale or ban because of what it said on the links. TikTok and its parent company ByteDance deny. The social media company lost its appeal against the law and decision ended it. Oh yeah,
It's one of the.
but anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That means
You
it's
know
going
what?
to the Supreme
Yeah.
Court.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say just we know this is happening. I feel like it's enough time that we can prepare.
sure.
But look what we're on right now. We're
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think this has been a super positive space for us to be. And I think we can grow this. There's the Spotify. There's things for us to do this with.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to help grow wherever everybody goes, and I think that I always agree about positive brings on positive. You know what I mean? Like to be like, hey, let's all look for a new platform. What works for everybody. Let's be positive about it. And hopefully,
Is that in the works, Joe, with Elon and
Here, this is a way to stay
I
positive.
mean, Elon Musk, Elon Musk is not going to buy it. They talked about it. But Truth Social's there. I mean, even Trump was talking about today when I was researching some of this that he's looking at deactivating Truth Social and trying to figure out a way on how to partner with TikTok to make it to where it stays in the US. I mean, there's servers that are in Texas that they've been trying for years to move sensitive data to rather than have it go over. But ultimately, at the end of this, whether they shut it down or not, it was like Musically, it's like MySpace, like Jim said. I mean, we have a community. We're all together. We're all in this. And, times change and we will roll with the times. But we have a place we all can come to and we could all find out where we're going to go. And maybe it is favoredly today or it's, bang Jesus tomorrow. I don't know, whatever they is after. But, so you're right. Super Bowl, probably prime time. They're going to show that. And I bet you will. And that's why they're doing it before he gets in. Because if Trump gets in and he knows the president of China and he's got a good working relationship with him, he might be able to put pressure on the government. And then he looks like he's the savior yet again. And what will that piss off the deep state? But I'm going to go back to my little fucking cubby hole and die for a minute. I appreciate you. And I love
sit in the corner.
Out of you
Okay.
guys.
So this is a few ways and techniques that you can stay positive in stressful situations. And I guess this is kind of going to go with our mental health and staying positive in situations like this. You can practice gratitude. So, be grateful for the things that you do have. Get enough sleep. So having enough sleep is also very good and will help you stay positive. Engage in positive self-talk. So like being positive all the time instead of being negative. That will be good. Surround yourself with positive people. So don't try to be around negative people because like they both trying to say, "Oh, everything will be okay, it'll all work out." Exercise regularly. Practice deep breathing techniques, kind of like the technique we did in the beginning of the podcast. Focus on the things you can't control, and actively seek relaxation methods like meditation or yoga. Key strategies are mindfulness and positive self-talk. Practice gratitude and positive affirmations. Physical well-being, exercise, sleep hygiene, healthy diet, relaxation techniques, deep breathing, meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, all very good. And then social support is positive relationships in your life. Reach out to loved ones if you are struggling. Perspective management is identify your stressors. So try to avoid your stressors and identify them. Focus on what you can control in your life. And humor is the last one. There you go.
That works.
Absolutely. Love it all.
So a little bit of a little helpful guide for you guys.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, like, a lot of people get so caught up in weekly and monthly things that I think a lot of people forget to take things 1 minute at a time. Sometimes 1 minute is a lot of time for one thing. So you got to work 1 second by the time,
Right.
You have to find a healthy balance to try to set yourself up for positivity. Affirmations are great. I stand by affirmations. You stick them anywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sure.
There's everything is one step at a time, foot by foot, not yard by yard. You gotta look at the task right in front of you, not the one that's a week down the road. Because if you stress too much, get there.
And it's also okay to not be okay as well, and to reach out if you are struggling.
Facts. There you go. That's it.
Love it. I need to get one of those hoodies. Let's go.
Just remember, guys, you can only control the next 5 minutes. That's all you have. That's it. You can't worry about what happened in the past. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You only know what you can do in the next 5 minutes. And I keep jumping in. I promise I'm going to go now. But
You're fine.
I love y'all.
You just can't stay away from us.
No, I really can't because you all are like family. And no matter what happens with this fucking app, and I said it from the get-go, and Jimbo knows because he was there. I don't give a fuck if that app goes. The people that I have come in contact with and the people that I know and the people I want to stay in touch with, y'all got my number. You all have somebody contacting me. We are not going anywhere. We are here for you. That's why this podcast was created. That's why we keep pushing to do this. That's why we're trying to perpetuate this, because the writing on the wall might be there, but we can only control today. 5 minutes from now, that is it. And if you keep stressing about what's going to happen tomorrow, you're just going to sit in that fire and get fucking burned. Okay? Carl likes to jerk off. We don't beat him up for that. We let him have his fun. It happens. But at the end of the day, we are here for you. You're here for us. There is a link in bio here that you can link and subscribe. There is an email where you can get in touch with any of us at any point in time, whether this app is here or not, where TikTok is not. Google ain't fucking going nowhere. We're here for you. And don't ever forget that. And lean on us if you need it, because life fucking sucks sometimes, but get a fucking helmet and a best friend and a bottle of whiskey and everything.
And go for it.
I love your faces. I'm driving.
Jim's riding. I don't know about you guys, but I think that was kind of a good way to wrap it up for the night.
Yeah, Carl. Damn, Carl.
I don't think he could have said it any better than he did.
Yeah, I know he did. No,
Stay positive. It's going to be all right.
positive. Keep going.
And you always have a friend.
You
Reach out.
got a friend.
God damn it, Carl. Even when I'm sick, you can't
got
fucking
a
be
friend
like,
in me.